does it mean to be king of these seas? What does it mean to be the strongest? Do you have what it takes?
Welcome to another episode of Reviews are Rich. What's up, y'all? If it's your first time coming out to my channel, make sure that you like and subscribe. Make sure that you comment. Let me know how you like this video, my intro, my outro, anything about it. I appreciate any kind of commentary at all. If you were a return subscriber, I always appreciate the love. I know it's been a little while since we did a little One Piece manga breakdown, but we back, so let's get into it. Not that I wanted to take like this big extensive break, because it has been almost about 2.5 months since we covered a chapter. The last hangout that we had was chapter 1096. If you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna put the link in the description. It was a fire chapter, but when the more I really thought about it and I knew we were going through the Kuma backstory, I really wanted to sit down, process, get my thoughts together, see how like the whole backstory was all together before I dived in and did another video, because a lot happened in that backstory. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was amazing. I want to say that it is the very best backstory of One Piece overall, well written wise. Don't get me wrong, it's gonna be in my top 2 with Oden's backstory. I'm gonna get into that a little later about why I have Oden number 1 over Kuma number 2. But overall, when I was going through it, I was like, yeah, let me sit back, bro, especially with the craziness that Egghead has been going through. Really wanted to get all my thoughts together, process, walk it step by step, and make like a whole video behind it before we really dive back into Egghead. So let's really talk about this Kuma backstory. So all in all, this was like a really fire backstory from the beginning to the end. It was really good to see how Kuma played an intricate role in the whole development of One Piece. I did say that I had him Oden one hand and Kuma in the other, but I have to say that Kuma is more tied into the main character and to the story, especially how he tied himself into 3D to why. Of course, when you go through Sabaody the first time, you really can't understand why he went through the process of sending them all individual areas. But after we got to see more intricate parts of the backstory, seeing that he actually sent all these people, sent every single individual Straw Hat to probably the right location. I'm still hesitant on Robin's area and why he did that, and also why he did who is it? Luffy. My bad. Damn, dropped my chain. But Luffy's too, because I really want to get into that a little bit more, because maybe Luffy's mom used to be like a pirate empress or something like that. Because out of all like the generations of pirate empress that we've seen, we still haven't seen the pirate empress that was preceding before Boa Hancock. So that's definitely something that I'm looking forward into more. The whole backstory itself was just a fucking tragedy after tragedy. I was just like, damn, bro, I am not having fun anymore, bro. Like, especially after how crazy Egghead was leading all the way up until like the God Valley incident, and we seeing how Kuma got his fruit, and after that it was just pure chaos in this dude's life, bro. Like, he was a slave. He's got to see the love of his life get taken from him, especially after really curving her. Well, not really curving her, but like he really ignored like the whole, like, you know, Jenny asked Kuma to marry him, and he was like, I don't know about that, Pimpin'. Like, you know, that shit was weird. Like, the whole way that was executed was weird. Although, you know, Oda's not big on romance, they obviously had something. So I still don't even know, when you obviously see something between two characters like that, he still goes that route. But I'm not getting into that right now. I gonna put it up this panel here right now for that reason that I brought that up, is that I knew after that, like, that happened, this was the biggest regret probably of Kuma's life, was not marrying Jenny. That shit was crazy. Just to see that this chapter right here was chapter 1098. That whole shit had like a lot of great visuals in it. But like the whole way that shit looked, bro, like whatever sickness she had, I don't remember if we ever got to see like what the actual sickness was called. Although Vegapunk did end up curing it at a cost. For Bonnie, I don't think we ever got to actually see like a name for what that sickness was. But that shit unfortunately made Kuma leave the Revolutionary Army, just because after that, and after not being with Jenny at the most pivotal moments of her life, and just watching that he never actually got to marry the love of her life, and the love of his life had a kid that really wasn't his, he chose to, which was really like, I gained an ass of respect for him when I realized that like he was raising a kid that really necessarily wasn't his. But he's dedicated his whole life to like going anywhere and everywhere just to find like a cure for him, which ended up being Dr. Vegapunk, and the cost of it was just significantly high. And I don't even really want to just say that this was Dr. Vegapunk's fault. Like I know he would have did like a couple of things, but it was really crazy just to see step by step how evil Saturn was towards Kuma for like all of his life, all the way back from God Valley all the way up until now, until Egghead, bro. That motherfucker is evil. I need that motherfucker to die, rest in peace type shit like that. You feel me? That shit is just evil, bro. Like he made him sacrifice his life, made him train out his whole humanity just for the safety of Bonnie. And then after that, all of that, they didn't even let the letters reach Bonnie, which I still don't understand why they didn't even let them have any kind of communication after like Kuma was a good guy. Like, you feel me? Like, Kuma didn't do anything to like upset them or anything like that. Kuma always agreed with any term that the world government ever wanted. So I just never understand like why they just never let them letters reach Bonnie, bro. That's just the epitome of evil, and they've just been showing that through the entire arc. The epitome of evil through CP9. Kizaru showing up, talking about he just a cog in the machine and shit like that. And now, like, the girls say, I don't even know what the other four are going to be like. I wonder how tragic and evil them motherfuckers just like thinking about, like, how St. Saturn just been set behind Kuma, what the other four been doing to the rest of the world. I don't even want to imagine that, especially how sick this shit has been doing. So yeah, man, that's all my thoughts on like the Kuma backstory so far, just because I don't want to get too intricate into that. I kind of want to compare why I like the Kuma and the Oden backstory like more hand in hand. And I wanted to say this because it might throw people off, but I think I'm always like the Oden backstory a little bit more than the Kuma backstory, just because when we really got to see like what Oden did for Goldie Roger, it like kind of really sat with me. And I had to sit back for a second and say that like Oden really was the first domino into the Great Pirate area, and like everything that we know now leading all up to this is because of Kozuki Oden. Don't get me wrong, like there were pirates beforehand, but there was no king beforehand. There was nobody influencing the rest of the world to be pirates and younger generations to be pirates beforehand. He needed Oden. Like we saw that in the backstory, that he got down on his hands and knees and begged Whitebeard just to borrow somebody for a year, and we saw how the influence played dividends for everything. And after that, the execution, we know how that launched into the Great Pirate era. We know how that launched Shanks into having a great career. The four emperors, everybody, it just always spins back and will always come back to Kozuki Oden, which also led Shanks to inspiring Luffy, which Luffy will inspire the next generations of pirates, and so on and so on and so on. But all that comes back to Kozuki Oden being the very first domino in all of that. But in comparison to me saying all of that, I will say that it was more action and everything in that and how all that ties together. But in terms of writing, of course, I gotta say that Kuma was the best backstory, bro. Back into the thick of things in Egghead, because 1103 is the chapter that we finally got back into Egghead. Also, fire chapter cover. I actually got a rug of this chapter cover. I'm gonna display it now. Yeah, look at that motherfucker. Man, noise. This might be the best anime merch I have ever gotten. I ain't gonna lie to you, that shit's nice. But getting back into this chapter, we got back into the swig of things. With Kuma finally touching down at Egghead, finally getting to reunite with Bonnie for the first time, and damn, what was it? Was it like 3 years now? Damn, might have been like 3 years now. First time they got to see each other in the middle of the chaos. That shit's pretty cool. It led up to like this big punch, or this big final panel where it looks like Kuma is loading up the punch. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. When this punch drop or whenever it gets animated, I think it's gonna be on the same level as Luffy punching a celestial dragon, especially if they cut it right. It's I know it's at the beginning of a chapter and the end of the chapter. I really hope that they don't put like, you know, the hang cliff is him loading up to the chapter and the next one is connecting. I think that would be kind of whack. Me personally, I think that'd be kind of whack. So hopefully they animate all of that in one go, and that leads up until 1104. We got like one of the best panels I think we've gotten from Oda in a long time, especially since I became a fan. I have to say, this is one of the most beautiful panels. That punch, that double spread punch, bro. Just take a look at it, bro. Just the way that shit was executed, the detailing and all of that. I think 1104 might be his best drawn chapter in like shit. I can't even tell you, but especially since I want to say maybe chapter 1016 when he first like, or 1061 when he really showed us like how Egghead looks. It's easily the best detailing to me, and I'm like going into the detailing of the chapter and shit like that after Kuma punches Saturn. I'm wondering how his power works, especially since he had Sanji down. He had Sanji down there for a little bit. He had my guy looking down, so I'm looking to see how his power works. Do you have to like be staring like directly at him, or does he have to be staring directly at people for it to work, especially since it wore off as soon as he got punched? Looking to seeing how like this whole like dynamic grows now, especially since Kuma is in the cards now, and with the straw hats and whatever Luffy's up to, shit like that. Looks like Kizaru also called a buster call, so it's a whole lot of shit that's about to pop down in Egghead. Because I've been wondering, we're not at the climax yet, of course, but I've been wondering, what the hell is this shit so hyped for? Like, what is this incident? Because especially now at the very last page where it seems like Kizaru suggested the buster call, I'm wondering what's gonna happen now. Who gonna show up, if anybody show up now? How is Luffy gonna get back up? What's happening with Zoro versus Lucci? What kind of move Sanji gonna make? Where Jinbei at? Where the rest of the crew at? You know, you feel me? So I'm looking forward to seeing it, man. It's been a long time since we covered a chapter. Let's do it, man. Alrighty. We all here. We locked in. Y'all got y'all popcorn ready? Or y'all breakfast? I don't know. It's like 8 in the morning over here. I don't know when I'm gonna post this motherfucker though, so. Let's see. All right. Here on the first page here, we got a cover request by Oda's big brother. Carrot and Cystic, someone taste her stew. Looks like we got Dogstorm and Cat Viper in the back. And the chapter title is called The Height of Folly. Wonder when Oda gonna do another volume series again though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been looking forward to him either doing like a Yamato based a volume series, or one you know how after Dressrosa happened, and I know we didn't get an all around the world episode after Wano. Still kind of highly questionable why we didn't get one, especially after the biggest accomplishment in the show. I mean, wonder if we gonna get like a 3 billion man like volume series, because I kind of want to see that. Like a lot of people want to see that. I want to see that. So let me know, Oda. What's the next volume series? What's the next agenda? Let me know. Gotta maintain the agenda. All right, let's get into this chapter, man. But not before we shout out to TCB. I appreciate y'all. Of course, it's TCB Thursday morning. Gotta love it. Shout out to the people, CDR and Evan on the translations, Evan, Ryamu, and Teal on the proofreading, Neusser on the cleaning, Porkus on the redrawing, Neusser and Spicy Lice on the typesetter, Ryamu on the Teal quality, and Teal on the editor. And the notes of this chapter says, I went to I guess it's the notes of just how, or SBS or whatever of this chapter from Oda. Says, I went to the Jump New Year's party. Everyone was in great spirits. I feel super pumped now. Let's all give it our best. All right. Now let's dive into it. All right. So we back. It looks like we just gotten off from where the they call the buster call, so it looks like all the Marines are retreating to the ships from the first like part of this panel right here. The dialogue on it says, prepare for a full fleet bombardment. Hurry. All Marines are to return to the vessels immediately. Okay, just like I said. What just happened in the center of town? Hell if I know. Just do as you're told. Saint Saturn, Adam Borsellino, please hurry back to the ships. Unfortunately, like the way this looks now, I wanted to see more out of Doll in this arc, and I thought about this when they were first introduced. Like the Vice Admirals didn't really look like they were going to do much, but I really expected them more to do much. That's unfortunate though. I really wanted to see more Vice Admiral Doll. Like Streets wanted that, unfortunately. Kizaru and I shall remain on this island. Begin barrage as soon as possible. What? But I think he can do that because, you know, he teleported on the island. So I think when shit get real hectic, he can just teleport off of it. I think that's why they can just do that shit, or just use Kizaru's speed blitz or something like that. But I know he can teleport, so I think that's why he really told everybody to get off the island. All right, next page. Go. Yes, sir. Damn, she shook. I thought you were only after my life. Isn't that enough to end this madness? Why are you doing this, Saint Saturn? That's what Vegapunk is saying. The most cutting-edge research of all scientific fields can be found on Egghead. Destroying it will set us back an entire century. Please call off this buster call. Kizaru, I'm begging you. He rolls his eyes at the bottom of this page. You might still be hiding something. Perhaps something that could hinder the world government. Either way, we have no further need for such advancement. But what about humanity? Alright. That reminds me. A ship left the island yesterday. You should know I gave the order for it to be hunted down. What? It was natural to assume that some passengers might have had access to the information about the Void Century. That's fucking wrong, man. I can't wait to find out about the Void Century though. A warship was sent to be saved. The dead make the best secret keepers after all. Damn, Saint. Like, damn. You be dropping some bars for an evil motherfucker, man. How could you? They knew nothing. None of them committed a crime. You broke a taboo, Vegapunk, just like O'Hara. You dug their graves by digging into the past, all to satisfy your selfish sense of curiosity. You should have kept your greed in check. Pacifistas remain on the island. Everyone else begin evacuation immediately. This is ship 54. Preparations are complete. Ship 21 is also standing by. Quick, Vegapunk, while Vegapunk's okay, so this is Sanji right here. Quick, while Vegapunk's got their attention, hightail it into the vacuum room. Okay, it looks like Frankie got back up nice, so that's cool. Wonder if he's injured or anything like that. Go meet up with the others at the back of the laboratory, right? But Sanji, what about Vegapunk? Don't worry, Bonnie-chan. I'm not leaving without him. Nami, it's me. What's your status? We made it to the back entrance. It's noisy though. What's going on at your end? Oh, looks like a big spread. Look like Robin's okay though. That's cool. I was wondering where she was like a couple chapters ago when she wasn't shown. All right, back to the laboratory. It's really called Laborstratum, but I just be saying laboratory because I don't know how to say that. They're going to do a buster call. Yeah, this island's finished. Is Luffy okay? He's with you, right? Zoro's still dealing with Lucci. We sent him over to get him so he doesn't get lost. Okay, that's a good thing because y'all been saying that Zoro and Jinbei gonna need a double team Rob Lucci. We all know what's going on, man. We know him, bro. He ain't gonna lose. He don't need no damn help. He just need help with directions, brother. Come on, bro. Think, bro. Use some common sense with y'all agendas, man. Come on, man. We sent him so he didn't get lost. Worried, sick about Stella. Thankfully, Lilith didn't fall down with the others. When Luffy, Frankie, Bonnie get here, we're trying to move the Sunny. Brooke's gone to help her. Why are we cursed to go through most of the cost? That's what Usopp says. Robin doesn't really say anything. Let's hurry and get out of here already. One problem. I plan to have Vega first one carry us past the coast isn't possible anymore. That robot is destroyed by Kizaru. Sailing a ship on land is a simple matter when you have my aid. You're amazing, Bones. I guess she's talking to Brooke. We'll make it to the back entrance in no time. We can glide seamlessly through the clouds and frozen. What an idea. Your powers are remarkable too. Yo-ho-ho! I'm flattered to be praised. I'm the world's greatest genius. Bye. What's this say? By the by, how are we going to stop when we get there? Oh, I hadn't thought of that. We're going to fly off the edge. Isn't there anything we could do? I'm all ears, Leaf. The barrier around the library. Looks like they're loading up cannons. We'll have to blast through. Begin the first volley. Wait. Some of us are still boarding. Turn the future city and the central science lab into dust. Watch out. Pacifista are on the move. Alright. Look like Atlas making a move. Pacifistas. Destroying Egghead. Vegapunk and this other panel's watching Egghead get destroyed. The destination of this capsule is the laboratory. Let's go. Look like Atlas is on the move with Frankie. I don't know who else is in that tunnel though. I think Kuma and Bonner might be in that tunnel too. We just can't see him right now. Be quick. Vacuum rocket. What is this thing? It's crazy fast. Was that Kizaru using the sword? Oh yeah. The approximate journey from the Fabio stratum is 32 seconds, and it looks like Kizaru comes in with a sword, slashes the capsule in half. All right, looks like we're on the last page here, and it's another wide strip. Kizaru, that bastard. Sanji says, I'm coming, Bonnie. Pacifist to units. Unsuitably ironic. Oh, hell nah. Fire lasers and kill Bonnie and Kuma. You threw away your life so that your daughter could live. And now her life will be taken by your clones. Oh, shit, man. Bonnie, when I heard about you had to become a pirate, I couldn't help but dwell on the worst case scenario. A pacifista won't hesitate to shoot you if the Navy commanded it. They may look just like your father, but they don't know or care that you are the daughter of their creator. Alright, looks like Luffy got caught because he was full, but he still can't move on his own injury. Hey, isn't that Straw Hat? I'm so stuffed I can barely move. Seize him quick, he's an emperor. We failed to neutralize that escaping vessel. We have to report this to Kizaru. He has to know that they're heading for Egghead. Who's headed for Egghead? Who could it be? Can't be the Blackbeard pirates, because we saw the Blackbeard ship right before that the break from 1078. So it can't be the Blackbeard ship, because the Blackbeard ship already docked before the Navies got there. So who could it be? Could it be the Grand Fleet? Grand Fleet pulling up? He said there, like, you feel me? Like, he said that and it's like pronounced in a way that sounds like multiple ships are coming. Who is there? There's no way to figure out who they were talking about either. There's no like hints or anything like that. Who could it be, bro? Next chapter is about to bang, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Somebody about to pull up crazy. Could it finally be Dragon? Could it finally be fucking Dragon, man? Are we finally here, bro? Is it time to get that Dragon introduction that I've been talking about? I talked about it on Twitter recently. I said maybe 2 or 3 things about how this could be one of the greatest introductions that we've seen in One Piece. It too can show us off Dragon in a way that we've been getting from Luffy and Garp for the Monkey D trifecta of this arc. Because if you notice in all of the arcs, both of them showed up kind of crazy, especially with the White Star gun and the galaxy impact and the galaxy divide when Garp was in Hachinoso. So it'd be cool to see who is about to pull up. Is it going to be the Revs or the Grand Fleet, bro? Man. If I had to say, I think it's going to be the Revs, bro, especially since we got a big arc. Tune it down, bro. I'm so indecisive on this because I did have a theory where I said the Grand Fleet was going to show up. Especially how it was hinted at the end of the dress rehearsal that they'd all come together for an incident of unlike proportions or something like that. And it also had the way the blocks and the font are set up, in that is directly kind of a parallel to how the Egghead incident was played. So that should be tough, bro. What if just at that moment when they try to get Luffy a Bartolomeo throws up a barrier or some shit like that, I'm gonna act a fucking fool in this house if that shit happens, man. I don't know who gonna pull up, man. I was hoping it was gonna be Hancock or something like that, but I think that's just way too long of a journey in that much of time just to get through the new world and just show up at Egghead in a week time. But I mean, you are with the Dark King, so it's not out of the cards, but I think I'm going to go with the Revs, bro. I think it's Dragon time, bro. If I had to say anybody's Dragon time, I'm going to put my stocks in on Dragon right now. I'm placing my bets and my parlay on Dragon right now, bro. But all in all, it was a good chapter. It was pretty short. I don't know why people said it was boring. This was mad chaotic. I ain't going to lie to you. I think people are saying it's boring because, A, Zoro still is fighting somewhere and we haven't seen him. Damn, they might cut back to that before we get to see who shows up to Egghead. I hope not, honestly. I hope we get to see who pulls up to Egghead before we get back to Zoro. We got to see this parallel of the clones pointing the lasers at Kuma. That's just true fucking fire, bro. Got some good laughs in with Usopp. I can't complain. This was a good chapter. Nothing in the Egghead has missed yet. I get the bar has been set so high that we've seen so much crazy shit in Egghead that y'all think some chapter like this could be boring. I kid you not. Nothing about this was boring at all. This was a fire chapter. So I'll be looking forward to it. I'll be looking forward to 1106, especially since it says nothing about break. I'm pretty sure we're not on break next week, so I will definitely be here next Thursday, man. I got the Revs, though. Book me on it. I'm not going to be mad if anybody else pull up, though. This is the way this hard going. I ain't going to be mad at all, but book me on it. The Revs is pulling up. Dragon's pulling up. I'll see y'all soon, and y'all have a good day. But thank you for coming out to Reviews with Rich.